There's another opportunity to show that it might exist somewhere along the line.
I feel like this is personal now. Let's head into game number 1 between Statastan and Kazim. Statastan is leading this Grumpig into Wigglytuff. This is a pretty neutral matchup that Grumpig generally takes in the even shield scenario.
But we do like, what I personally like is Wigglytuff and how it just does so much consistent damage with his charms. Charm also getting to moves a lot quicker than it used to. We are seeing this fighting type move come off here. Dynamic punch.
And let's take a look if Kazim is going to stay into this. He's actually now hard swapping into Shadow Sableye. Interesting, because he does have Celio in the back, which doesn't really want to face this Grumpig, but this is exactly what Drain Punch is for. And I think that if you want to win this, you have to use a Protect Shield against this Licky Licky. Is Kazim going to do that? We're
going to see the Drain Punch comes through, and it does raise the defense.
What?
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh my goodness, it goes shielded! What a play from Statastan! Right,
he's a mind reader!
He's not played in a while, but he's still got it!
Wow, no, that is a crazy play. I think Statastan knows exactly what Shadow Sableye is capable of. He did his research before going to this tournament and telling everyone he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing!
He's trying to deceive his opponents here. A Psychic-type trainer, some may say, as Statastan finally decides to hit that much more damage-dealing move here, Shadow Ball, and it is going unshielded. However, it has been... the Sableye has been defense buffed twice already, so it doesn't do as much damage as he would have once liked.
I wouldn't have even hated another protection on the Shadow Sableye just to make it almost impossible to take it out. But now I think Statastan is fine with this matchup here, and this is how I described how it would go. Can you even get a Shadow Claw down before 2 charge attacks though? I think you can, and that will be very big for Statastan to get this huge shield advantage here. We don't see the Drain Punch bait this time, just because it could be very punishing if it goes unshielded.
Absolutely, and Statastan decides, look, I'm not reading any of that essay, I'm going to shield this.
Can he get there? Can he get there?
He's going to get there. Not quite getting to the move, just able to knock down, which is very good for Statastan, energy-wise.
Ooh, that is not a Shadow Celio, that is a regular Celio actually, and I do like that pick. It's better into opposing Tinkaton, but there's no Tinkaton on Statastan's team. But it's still a great place to actually soak all the damage from this Feraligatr. So I like this choice from Kazim to bring this Pokemon. In comes Grumpig, in comes Wigglytuff. That's energy already and thrown right before Dynamic Punch. Excellent counting here from Kazim.
We're back to the original matchup here, and we're finally able to see it play out between these two Pokemon. Grumpig taking a swift.
This does leave Grumpig in a far down range for for regular Celio. Oh, we've seen Undercharge, but I think it might still be too much. Does Wigglytuff get knocked out? Yes, it does. And now you get the full Powder Snow down. Feraligatr is already in half health. Statastan grimacing a little bit. He's not exactly liking this.
Kazim about to throw off the first body charge, and it does go unshielded.
I think at this point you might be even looking at a Power Snow down because he knows he needs another charge stack. Feraligatr does have 2 Hydro Cannon loaded, but I don't think this deals enough damage to knock out with the Shadow Claw.
Hydro Cannon is a resisted move, but it is that Community Day move that does so much damage in general. We've got 2 body slams stacked up here with only 1 shield.
Kazim was looking to be at the brink of defeat, but Celio, with its very good typing against water, can actually take all the damage from this threatening Feraligatr and is going to take game 1 for Kazim.
What a player. And we initially thought there was a Shadow Celio. Would a Shadow Celio have been able to survive this?
I don't think so.
Would it have been able to do the damage?
I don't think so.
What a play. Mid-game, switching to a non-Shadow.
Well, yeah, if you take a look at it that way. I do think that Celio in general is better in its non-Shadow form just because of that Tinkaton matchup. Shadow only does better with Powder Snow damage into opposing Togekiss. But if you look at the team from Kazim, he probably has other Pokemon for that. He has Wigglytuff and Aegislash to deal with Togekiss as well. And even Shadow Sableye is not the worst simply because you resist the charge attacks from Togekiss.
Well, it was very, very well chosen team-wise from Kazim in that first game. Statastan not quite able to match the mark, even with those Community Day moves from Feraligatr that you get to so quickly, and even against a resisted Pokemon just does so much damage for a resisted move. It's very impressive, but it was almost enough, but not quite enough to win this game.
Can Comeback King Statastan make the comeback that he needs, that he wants in this tournament? In 2023, he reached 2nd place here in Utrecht, in his home country, and he's looking to get this far again. But Kazim is such a meticulous player, doesn't make mistakes, make sure to see everything happening before he throws his charge stick to make sure his opponent doesn't catch. Kazim is not an easy trainer to take down.
These are two trainers who know each other very well. I'm sure they've played many times over the years that they've known each other, and they will know each other's play styles. So, are they going to try and counteract that? Are they going to play maybe a little bit different to how they normally play their battles? Or are they going to do the old trusted, the old reliable that's got them through so many games in times past?
I think for Kazim that makes sense, especially when you are 1-0 up already. And he's really looking to get that success again, because his recent tournaments just haven't been as successful as he had in the 2025 season. He hardly had wins at EYC, top 25 in Birmingham, 17 in Gdansk. Worlds was okay with top 25, but if you look at 2025, he was top 4, top 5, top 9. He won a championship. Kazim does have what it takes to be a champion. And let's see if he can pull through here. We're heading into game 2.
They've given each other a fist bump, and we are going to see the Hawlucha into Feraligatr.
I think this is a slightly positive matchup for Hawlucha on even energy, because you pace equally fast to those charge attacks, and Feraligatr won't win charge attack pretty time. It looks like Kazim is not taking any chances on a potential catch, so he actually doesn't throw the charge attack just yet. But Hawlucha has a higher attack set. It will win charge attack pretty tie into Feraligatr if he really needs to.
Absolutely, and we are going to see this first flying press about to go. Is he going to go shielded? Yes, it is. It does so much damage, even as a neutral move, that it would have maybe been enough to fast move down.
Oh, we see the catch on the Grumpig. Great play from Statastan here, because he was playing so careful, hoping that his opponent wouldn't catch, and just when you don't expect it, he actually does catch.
That flying press, even against the psychic damage, did so much damage.
But here's the punishment, though. This is exactly where Kazim wants Shadow Sableye. This will deal so much damage. If you shield this charge attack, the Shadow Sableye will get the Shadow Claw down after entirely.
Oh my goodness, the shield does go up, and we are going to see a move thrown in retaliation.
Wait, no shield?
Oh okay. My goodness, is this going to be enough?
This will
deal a shadow.
It won't knock out, but it will deal a lot of damage. I think you still double resist the sideways, so you get the Shadow Claw down here, and you come out with a charge attack. So maybe that's exactly what Kazim is looking for. He doesn't want to do that just yet, and now go for the Drain Punch. Super effective, but can you still get 2-0 charge attack now? I think Shadow Sableye is too low in health.
I'm unsure, but this Drain Punch will give him a defense buff, so maybe able to survive an extra rollout, but it's going to be swapped immediately back into that Wigglytuff.
And Wigglytuff has an excellent matchup here. Can take all this fast and charge attack damage quite comfortably, and at some point it will even be able to debuff this Licky. And keep in mind that Feraligatr is also still hanging in the back, which has resisted fast attack damage in Hydro Cannon. In Shadow Claw. And Hydro Cannon deals more damage than all these body slam nonsense. So you're just no-shooting everything on the Wigglytuff.
Well, we are seeing the Wigglytuff and its charm damage. It's so consistent, and we are going to see the swift one charge attack priority is the Feraligatr.
Let's take a look. Kazim is using a protection. He wants to get the final protect shield, but keep in mind that this Hawlucha did not have any energy because it threw immediately against the Grumpig.
I remember being specifically surprised about how much damage it did into the Grumpig. But we are going to see, even though it has no energy in the bag, it may be able to recoup some somewhere.
I don't think it doesn't matter at all. In comes Hawlucha taking the body slam. Kazim is shrugging, and yeah, at this point, Licky is not going to do that much anymore. Kazim just wants to show us his spice pick. It's going to get the low kick down on Licky. That's what it's meant for. Blowing a kiss to the camera. We love that play, Kazim. Well done.
Well done, Kazim, winning the winners' semis of his respective group, and he did so well. I tell you what, I enjoy watching these Spice Pokemon so much. Even a move that we didn't even know it had.